everyone. My name is Lisa Masten. I'm the library director at the Lucy Robbins Wells Library in Newington, Connecticut. And we're here for another Redefined Reads. And today we're going to make book fold candle holders from old book pages. To do that, we need an old book. We will need scissors, a cutter, pencil, ruler, a candle holder, and a tea light. And because the candle holders are made of paper, strongly recommend you use one of the battery operated, not a real candle. So in order to make this candle holder, what you want to do first is you take your old book and you actually want to cut the pages out of the book. And to do that, you would cut down the side here on the inside and the side here on the inside of the back cover. Now after you do that, what you do is it's the guts of the book. So this is what you want to start with to make your candle holder. To make it, you want to count out about 28 pages. You really only need about 25, but I counted extra in case the first few pages somehow start to become detached on the front. So what you do is you just take and you count 28 pages, and then when you get to your 28, you're going to take your cutter here and you're actually going to cut down the side here. And when you're done cutting, you'll have a packet of 28 pages that are still bound with the binding here. You don't want to have separate pages, you want to have like one clump. And the nice thing is you can make multiple candle holders, usually from the inside of one book. After you have cut out your pages from the book and you have your packet of 28 pages, what you want to do next is you want to take your candle holder, your tea light candle holder, and you want to measure it. And you're going to need two measurements in order to cut these pages the way we need to make them for the candle holder. First thing you're going to do is measure the width of the top of the candle holder and this one is about 2 inches, it's 2 inches. And then you want to measure the length, and this is 2.5 inches. And then what you want to do is you're going to take half the width of the candle holder. So your width was 2 inches, so you're going to mark 1 inch on either side of the page. So 1 inch from the seam of the page right here. Oops, I gotta flip my ruler. And you're going to mark it there, and then you're going to mark 1 inch from the edge of the page here. So you take half the width of what you measured for the of your candle holder, and then what you're going to do is measure the full length. So we were 2.5 inches, so we're going to take our ruler and we're going to go out 1 inch from where we measured it from the edge here, and we're going to measure 2.5 inches. And we're going to do that on each side. So you want 2.5 inches from the edge here. And then what you want to do is you want to take your ruler and just kind of make your lines here. So what you end up having is, I'm going to make that darker for cutting purposes. What you're going to end up having is you're going to end up having pencil marks. So it's an inch from the edge here, 2.5 inches here, and you can see that there's this area now that we're going to cut out with scissors. And you're going to take your scissors here and you're going to start cutting. And you can't cut the whole hunk at once. It's kind of hard to do. So what I did is I would start the edge here, and you might be able to cut across this way, but it's kind of hard. And then what I would do is you just start cutting, like take a clump at a time, but something that's kind of more manageable, and you start cutting. So as you can see, I'm cutting away that area that I had marked off with a pencil. And I'm going to do this on either side, and I'm going to keep cutting. And the nice thing too about this is you can peel these off as you're cutting, if you want, because it's part of the seam here. So I'm going to finish cutting. And I'm going to cut all the way down on this side, and then I'm going to do the same on here. I'm going to start cutting on this side, cut across, cut down, and you want to cut through all of your 28 pages. And when you're done cutting, what you're going to end up is with a packet that looks like this. So you've cut out those rectangles on either side, and this is what you're left with. And this is where we begin to fold to make our actual candle holder. So to fold, you want to take your pages and you are going to actually fold towards the seam, the binding. You don't want to flatten the fold, but what you do want to do is when you fold, just take it, run your finger up, but you still want to have that kind of like a circle, or you want it to be not flat when you fold it. You can just push it here, and then you're going to take that piece and move it over, and you're going to do the same. You're going to put it the outside of this page to the inside here, run your finger up towards right here, and then just fold it over. And you're going to do that to all of your 28 pages. And you just keep doing this and doing this. And when you're done doing all your pages, what you're going to end up with is a candle holder. So this is what it looks like so far as I'm folding, and I'm going to do all of these pages, and I'm going to get this nice look here. And when I'm done, what it actually ends up looking like is this, which is kind of a neat candle holder. It's pretty, you can move it around to kind of adjust it, and I actually had the dog step on one of mine, and I was still able to save it and readjust it so it still worked. But if you notice, that area that you cut out in the middle is what holds your candle holder. And this thing is actually, there's no glue yet, there's nothing like that holding it together, it's just how you folded it. Then what you want to do is you take your candle holder and you place it in the middle, and it sits nicely. And then you can take your tea light and you turn it on, and you have a candle holder. And you can just adjust it if you want to fix the sides. If you're moving this from table to table, I would strongly suggest taking the candle holder out so it doesn't fall. But that's kind of a neat look. The other thing you can do as well is, if you look over here to other ones that I've made, you can take your twine, you can take twine, and you can tie it around your candle holder. It kind of keeps it a little bit firmer. The other thing you can do is take ribbon, and you can put it around your candle holder. And the other thing you can do is you can add beads and stuff if you want to your twine. When you're cutting your the length of the candle holder too, the other thing you can do is, if you want it to stick out more, don't go the full length of the candle holder. Like when I cut this one, it wasn't quite the full length of the candle holder. That's so you can see this more. But if you want it to be more hidden, then you want to make sure that when you cut the length of your candle holder, it's definitely the full length of the candle holder. So the kits that you can get if you sign up for one at the library is they're going to include the paper that will already be the bundles will be pre-cut for you, but you're going to have to cut out the rectangles on either side. You'll also get the glass candle holder, a tea light, some twine, and some ribbon, so that you can make your own candle holders for at home. And I hope you really enjoy it and have fun. It's a pretty easy, very low cost way to make a candle holder and make a nice gift for somebody else. So thank you very much. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.